Let's make your first beat in Ableton Live. I will only use stock plugins and stock sounds, so you only need one thing, and it's Ableton. Let's start. First, we need some chords. Let's create a MIDI clip. So it's going to be just an 8-bar MIDI clip. And let's choose a sound. Let's use the childhood home piano, which is really nice. Now it's time to write our chords. I know that if you don't play the piano and if you don't have previous musical experiences, it can be quite intimidating, but let's do it together for now, step by step. So let's create an A minor 7th chord. The 7th is going to be G, then A, C, and E. I won't add music theory to this because it will become an infinite video, but if you're interested in that, let me know and maybe I'll work something out in the next videos. Next chord, another minor 7th, but it's going to be D minor 7th. So see, it's going to be the 7, then we have the 1st grade, the 3rd, the 5th. Let's end it with just an F major. So F, A, and C. And the F major, it's going to last double. So. All right, we have our first track. Let's duplicate this. Let's add a bass now. I'll add the wonk bass. To write the bass, we just have to understand the bass of the piano. So the bass in this case is A. Here we had D, and then we have F. So A, D, and F. A, D, and F. Let's see how the F below sounds. To go below really fast, you just have to press Shift and put down. Sounds really nice. Let's keep it this way. Now we need some drums. Let's select one of Ableton's kit. Let's use a decap kit. Nice. So we have our MIDI clip, we have our kit. So let's choose 1/8 for the grid. It makes everything easier. It's your first beat. I don't want you to get intimidated by too many squares. So 1. To duplicate like I did, just go Command D. You can duplicate everything with this command, even MIDI clips like I'm doing now. We're already at a good point. I don't think we'll need audio track. So let's see. One thing that we can do, and it's pretty fast, I want to add some reverb to the snare. So you go over to the drum rack, you click on this, and then you go into the rim. You go into rim because this is what I used, and you send some reverb. The reverb is here in the sends, so if you go like this, you just send some reverb. All right, so the reverb here has a really low decay. I want it a bit higher so that I can hear more my reverb. So I'll just put it up a bit. All right, that's good. Now we need some hats as well. So we have two alternatives. We can add them in this clip, or we can just make a new track. What I usually do, I make a new track. So now I'm just duplicating this and deleting, just because I like mentally to have them separated. So now let's create the MIDI clip. We already have the hats in the kit. I want to make another part where we have continuous hats, so that when we go into arranging the beat at the end, we also have that. To do this, I'll just do it the fast way and duplicate. A cool trick to have your hats not sounding so fake, you can humanize just by clicking right here by 10%. And you can also randomize the velocity a bit. So if you randomize it too much, it's going to sound weird. So just randomize it by a little. So now let's add a pad, and then we'll arrange the beat. So it's the last thing that we do to make a pad really fast. I'll just duplicate my piano, and instead of the piano, I'll just choose a pad sound. So let's go over into sounds. Let's choose a dark pad. That's a nice pad, but we need to EQ it so that we can see also another really important thing. So let's add the EQ to the pad. So you find it in Audio Effects, EQ, and you have to take out some of the lows. All right, so let's change color to the pad, so that we don't get confused. Let's start it with piano only. Now let's imagine a verse here. Let's imagine a pre-chorus here. Two times. Here, let's get rid also of the bass. And here, the chorus starts. Here, we have a small break after the chorus, and then the structure repeats. If you're wondering how to turn clips on and off, you just press 0. All right, so our first beat is almost finished. Let's take care of the master. Let's add a limiter. What the limiter does, it's able to give us some volume without clipping, so without the volume of the beat being too loud. So what it does when it hears something that's too loud, it just compresses it and lowers the volume. All right, first beat is done. I didn't want you to be overwhelmed, just some simple but effective tips. And if you make something, just tag me on Instagram. The link is below. I really want to hear it. Also, shout out to Musso. They sent me this great chair, and as you can see, it has support here. I've never been more comfortable in my studio ever, so big shout out to them. If you want to get your musso chair, just go to the link below. You'll find my code to get $35 off.